which is actually, oh, this is there. Yeah, this is actual an Abzan aggro-ishy deck.
So before the round starts, I'm trying to get the change the number here. Round number 5. So this is the final round. So after this round, we're gonna move into the playoffs. Which, man, this is gonna be exciting. Qualifier Canada is going to help me as I enter names in to talk about the pairings. Once we get to that point.
Yeah, so our matchup for this round. Let me just pull it up here for Volter Ego. So it'll be Abzan aggro on Volter Ego's end. We are doing a lot of the Aventurine deck, to say the least. But we have a splash of red, so we're actually kind of 4-color aggro. Actually, no. we're not doing the Abzan aggro. We are doing adventure stuff.
It is adventures, but it does have Tybalt, Valky in it.
You have Tybalt's, and Tybalt's is their splash red. So they have Tybalt's as well as Magas, because they actually are getting Goldspan Dragons is another way. So they're kind of like a 4-color-ish deck, to say the least.
I think you mean splash black, right? Because they are red-green, and they're
red, green, splash black. But when they say aggro, when they say Abzan, there's supposed to be a flash of white.
Supposed to be.
Supposed to be. So we're kind of like Jund.
Yeah, Jund.
This is Jund. Yeah, so this is going to be Jund.
I like Jund. I like Jund a lot.
And their opponent, Seamus, on mono green aggro. Obviously, mono green aggro, we are trying to measure themselves as fast as possible. They are doing the strict forest list. So I have pulled up the wrong.
Oh, Seamus, they're both in the top 8 right now.
Yes, Seamus is in. Yeah, so everything could.
This is important to them because not only are they in the top 8 as of the end of round 4, but because they're in 7th and 8th. No, not 7th and 8th. Yeah, they're in 7th and 8th. So, like, one of them could possibly bump the other one out.
But the other one out for
the finals.
Yes. Well, for the top 8, but they could give themselves a spot
yes.
into...
Yes. That's a very good point. Canada, very good point. Very, very good point.
Yeah, they want to make sure that they are... They want to make sure that they are... Yeah. Basically, win your match, you're in the top 8. That's the main thing you want to do right now. But if they do lose, then there could be options. There could be weird ways the top 8 could, the rest of the standings could fit, work themselves out. Questing Beasts, heck yeah, that's probably going to be getting eaten up by the Chariot. Okay. I would have just... There could have been another way they could tap for the Chariot and then block with the Questing Beast with the Chariot. Play that. Play Lovecraft Beast. I think they're more going wide. Could be an option too. They attack a whole bunch. Yeah, I think it's pretty much they're trying to attack for a whole bunch here. So
there's only one person who's already qualified in the top 8 so far.
Yeah, so anything could happen between pretty much up to the top 8 here. So, or for the spots available.
Yeah.
Attack for 12. That's an ooze. Ooze can actually grow a bit more. Oh. Ooze can actually grow and make it into a 5/5.
Scavenging Ooze again, just like Sweet and Salty said, you know, it's a great card. It's great in other creature matchups. It's a great blocker, especially when it scales. It's an all-around good card. It's good against any graveyard synergy decks, which, you know, like we said in the beginning of the tournament, you know, at least a good 40 to 50% of the decks, depending on the meta and the time, you are going against graveyard decks. So I really like this board state on both sides. They're like almost at a standstill. I mean, yes, you can attack a Lovestruck Beast or a Chariot into the board, but having a Questing Beast and a Ooze that can scale, I mean, it makes it tough to attack into a board like that.
Mm-hmm. Now, just to update the standings there, sweet and salty, there's actually 2 players that are in the top 8 so far that have qualified. Burt Rahman already qualified for the finals, as well as Grayson Holt or Ivan Drago has already qualified for the finals already. So there's actually 2 spots available.
Cool.
As of right now.
Yeah.
Yes. But a lot of things could happen between now and the end of the tournament and this round.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
So
And even
we're probably going down to the top 10.
Yes. But they could be 11th. That's the thing too. So
possibly. We'll figure it out after this, after everything's
yes.
said and done.
Well, there's nobody. There's nobody after 6 that's already pre-qualified.
Hmm.
So we're probably.
you would still go down to the top 10. Yes.
Yeah.
This is exactly what we thought was going to happen. You know, attacking into an Ooze that just scaled. It blocked the Chariot effectively.
And now they're going to wipe the board clean.
Which we knew was going to happen, but like obviously he didn't know that there was a Shatter Skull smashing in his hand.
Yep. And this could be going right to game 2.
Could be.
Doomscour. Oh wait, wrong colors.
I don't even know what that card does.
Escape or foretell 1 white, destroy everything.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I guess because it hasn't been played lots, so you don't really see or hear about it, right?
Exactly.
There's not a lot of white-based control decks. Even there is Jessica, but they still don't even play it as often.
I like Alter Ego having the 1 copy of Shieldbreaker in the main board
Yeah.
with all the chariots that are running around all over the place. Chariots as well as... is it actually instant?
Yep.
Could be just, yeah, so with chariots and Evercleaves running around all over the place. And
I
this
agree.
is definitely game 2. Yeah, we're going right to game 2 right here.
Well, we know he only has a land in hand, but is there any way he can block effectively enough so that he comes out of this turn?
Gains a life from the Ooze, because he has another Ooze in the graveyard. Effectively can chump. It's attacking for 5, 6, 7, 12, 13, 14 damage.
Holy smokes.
You know, effectively block like that. He takes 2, 4, 7, 8, 9, gains a life from the Ooze. Making sure there's not a Scattergold Splash yet. So gains a life, so only to 1. Takes 9. But I think that's too little too late.
Well, I don't know. 7/7 Serpent. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
It's not really.
But no, it's not. But it's only 2 creatures.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, they know they have a shield breaker, destroy target artifact. But they're still in the game because you never know. Plus, also they have a Hydra, so they can actually activate the Hydra, remove a creature, gain a life up to. But yeah, I think that's going to be too little, too late there. Yeah,
Oh,
this
let's
game's
see.
over
Oh,
because it's destroy target artifact.
Shield Breaker is coming in for the win.
Yes.
Sweet.
The little known adventure card that everyone does not expect.
No, absolutely. Especially while in his main board.
And
Like
it's
you
the main
said,
board too
yeah.
because of the chariots that are running around. The chariots, the big flashy artifacts that are running around the place. I think that was the right call. So Alter Ego's side, definitely Burning Hands is coming in. Archon's Wars definitely coming in. Vandal could be another option to get rid of something. On the mono green side, we have a bunch of Garrix, a bunch of Snakeskin Veils. Whether Runestone, probably not so much. Well, some of the adventure cards, probably. Ram Through, Brontodon, Vivian.
Alter
You can see
Ego
as options.
won one of the very first preliminaries, either the first one or the second one. Just remembering way back in the day.
Yeah. Be looking up his. I'll look up his information and his history. Actually, we don't need it. No, don't need that. I want you.
There's not a lot of choices on Alter Ego's side. I mean, yes, you're bringing in Burning Hands, and yes, you're bringing Arcane War. But, I mean, aside from that, I mean, there's not a lot of... like, if you want to go be a little more aggressive, you could have your Goldspans or your Oxes in. But, like... I don't know. I don't think he has a lot of cards for this matchup.
Yeah, it looks like Alter Ego's history with
These are some
with the
pretty
best
good opening
Suicune
hands.
Partner.
I think these are both keepers.
Yeah. Yeah, so he did win the March tournament with his history with it looks like it was Sultai.
Mm-hmm.
This was with the Doom Foretold deck. That's
Right.
who he won in March, and then he finished second in April with the same deck, and then in June, and then he qualified in June with Gruul Aggro. In Historic. So that's his history with the Best of 3 Cup this season.
Pretty good history, man. Being in the top tables a lot.
Top tables a lot, but he didn't participate in the qualifier in June.
He missed it. He
missed it.
Yeah, he had a family thing.
Yep. So hopefully he can get himself into the finals.
Mm-hmm. He was saying how gung ho, like how excited he was about playing today. So
definitely, that was probably the right call to remove that. Now we can tack in for 6.
Well, not only that, if by chance Alter Ego doesn't have a third land drop, getting rid of Jasper Sentinel really slows down the whole deck.
Yeah.
Which is smart. And I mean, he had a third line anyway, but...
Yeah. Now they have a 4th. If they go... Now he has the 4th for the Archon's War, so... Because Mono Green doesn't play a whole lot of... They play a whole lot of creatures, but they don't flood the board.
Part of me would just play Questing Beast and attack in. I mean, you're
and
gonna
still get to draw a card.
Yeah, you're gonna draw a card.
Block effectively there.
That's fine.
But now they have land, Archon's War, and swing at the crackback for 10.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
If they have a Gem Raiser that could get rid of the Archon's War, get back the Questing Beast.
And here it is. Just like you were saying. You put it on the use though, right?
Yes. Because it still has all the abilities on top of that, so now you can attack in for 4.
Yep.
Or attack for 5, down to 4. You could it could be an argument you could Chariot plus Sentinel to throw a bunch of stuff in front of it.
That's it. I'm not sure. I really like the mono green side of the battlefield at this point. He's played every turn very well. He looks like he knows what he's doing. He's trying to control the board.
And a Ranger class, I think a Ranger class would speed up the process. It's just a little bit quicker.
Ranger class is a good card. It came out of
the D&D set.
Benches in the Forgotten Realm.
Yep, make a couple of 2/2s. Pass the turn. Now, if they can effectively get rid of this Lovestruck Beast.
You know, with all the creatures that are in the grave, the Gem Raiser can grow. Which allows the Questing Beast and the Gem Raiser to attack into this board and still come out ahead at the end of it.
Yes, because it does still have all the abilities on top on it too.
Mm-hmm. I'm wondering if that's the line he's going to try.
And it has trample.
And it has trample. That's even better.
So you can Rangers class, make a 2/2, upgrade the Rangers class, have 1 mana open to pump the Gem Raiser or the Questing Beast.
So the first pump gives an attacking creature +1/+1, correct?
A counter.
Yeah.
A target creature.
So what creature would you put it on? Would you put it on the Questing Beast or the Gem Raiser?
I would put it on the Questing Beast.
I'd put it on the Gem Raiser.
Gem Raiser?
Yeah. Because if you put it on the Gem Raiser, you can make it a 6/6 if he tries to block with the Questing Beast.
Yes. Because he now has to effectively lose his board.
With the Lovestruck Beast, I mean.
Yes.
Because either way, right here,
now they can phase 1.
Right.
Activates the ability.
Yeah.
Gains a life. Comes to 6/6. He technically takes 1.
And he loses 3. His board.
Yeah.
I think this was a good play.
Yeah. And now they can say go. You can play Vandal, get rid of the Rangers class.
Yeah, but that's all.
Yeah, that's what's only going to slow him down because you can theoretically just pump the Gem Raiser up like there's nobody's business. That's 6. You can just easily just attack him with the Gem Raiser a bit. Because that's that much toughness, so as long as there's 3 creatures in the yard.
There's no way to effectively block this, eh?
You could tap. No, there's not. So right to game 3.
Back to sideboards.
Mono green, would there be any changes you would make?
No, honestly. I really liked how it all played out.
Looks like they're going down a land. A forest. And they're eyeing Garrick. Garrick Unleashed from M21.
Well, it creates a 3/3 with trample, and I missed the other two abilities.
The other two abilities give something +3/+3 and trample the end turn. Or emblem at the beginning of your end step, search your library for a creature card put on the battlefield and shuffle your library. Or better known as I win.
So I like how he named his deck BO3 Cup.
Seamus or BO3 Cup?
I guess it's Seamus. Yeah, Seamus.
Yep. And just a small backstory while we're waiting for sideboards. Seamus, I actually know personally he is a player from Toronto. I played against him a couple of times. I've seen him a couple of times at the GP circuits in Toronto as well as Montreal. Very good limited player.
Oh, yeah?
Very good limited player.
He also likes Modern, right?
Legacy. Legacy and like some of the older formats he's been playing for a very, very long time. This tournament series has been a fantastic with everything that's going on in the world right now with the Kofefe. This is a way to I think it's just more of like get that competitive spirit in. That's a tournament series on a regular basis.
Yeah, it's been really good.
One land, but actually kind of two lands, but you have a questing beast. But on the other side, two lands, two Archon Wars.
Two Archon Wards are very effective enchantments.
Yes.
As long as you can keep them in play.
Yes.
It can turn the tide.
Do you attack in for one just to see if they want to trade?
I would.
They did not.
They did not. I would.
But now they can attack in for one, offering to see if they want to trade.
Because they're not gonna.
No. And now they have a Wolfpack leader on turn 2, a Mammoth on turn 3, or a Ooze with activation on turn 3, and a Questing Beast on turn 4.
See, this was a tough call for Volta Ego, but in my head, right, like on turn 2 for him, if he's not attacking, then he should have blocked.
Yes. But now, since you have the treasure token, now you can actually go Sentinel. They'll block there. Now they can stomp and get rid of the wolf.
I would play a Jasper Sentinel with that token.
Yeah.
Which he didn't, but I guess he's going for Arcane War.
But, hey, you can just replace it with the 3/3. Primal Might for 0. Look, Iron Primal Might for 0.
Oh, wow.
And attack it for 1 and pass turn. So it cleans the board up clean. But now they have an Archon War they could cast. Or play Innkeeper into Bone Crusher, draw a card. Problem is that if they try to Archon War they could Archon War the Questing Beasts, but it's not going to be tapped. But I think that's probably what they're going to do. They're doing the Edgekeeper into the Bone Crusher Giant.
Draws them a card, right?
Draws them a card, which is another Zookeeper.
He needed a land.
Now they can. So here's the tough call. Probably play Mammoth. That's a land. Yeah, I think that's the right call. You could activate. Can you activate where? I'm just trying to figure out if you can actually activate the Wolfpack leader. No, you can't. So you attack in for 3. See if they want to trade with the Bone Crusher Giant. They will, and I'm okay with that trade. So now they can go ooze, leave up activation, and eat up whatever.
Mm-hmm. Tiny Man, Ooze is such a great card.
Yeah. Red Cap Melee, I'm surprised it's still in the list.
Yeah, me
but
too.
I'm not surprised either because yes, you effectively it's a 4 damage, but you definitely want to remove that with. So now they actually have enough to if they want to get rid of the. So they're gonna eat a creature. Think in response, they're eyeing melee.
I mean, he almost has to play Red Cap Melee, right?
Yes, you have to play melee, or you are being very patient. Yeah, now they could melee, but they would sack a land, and they're that much farther away. Yes, they get rid of the questing beast, but they're that much far away from casting. Or do you melee the ooze? You melee the ooze, or do you Archon? I think you Archons War the questing beast here.
Part of me feels like Questing Beast because it can not only attack and block and put pressure on your opponent, but block effectively, regardless of how big your creature is. Like, he can make it a 12/12 for all he cares. None of them have trample at the moment.
Yep.
And, like, using their creature to block their best creature,
Something's playing. I can hear you and Joe talking when you're not talking.
Okay.
Must be the Twitch open. They're debating on attacking.
I have nothing open on my end. Sorry to the chat if that is happening.
But I think this is probably the right call to go wide.
I like how he's just playing a Love Struck Beast out here because he's going to draw 2 cards.
Yep. And hoping they can rip another land. If they rip another land, then they can easily.
Just Shadow the
there's
Gall.
a land.
That's good. That's good.
I would play that as just a tap land, and then you have an Archon's Warrior, which you can take their questing beats back and win, and possibly could just win the game.
Yeah. It's amazing how Jasper Sentinel is the card that helped turn this game around.
Yep.
And I feel like he's going to have to block the Ooze. Block Questing Beast with this Ooze.
Or either theoretically just eating up the graveyard, they gain 3 life, so really they're only taking 1 from this questing beast. Or block like that, and so they lose both creatures.
I think that was a good trade. Like, even though they were going to get their questing beat back on the next step, like they have no idea that there's another Arcane Warrior in their hand. I think that was a really good trade. It helps guarantee that at least they're trying to level the playing field here.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And now they have to attack with the creature. Oh, Garrick?
Top deck to Garrett.
I think you go wide with the board here. You're going to lose the 2/2 and the 1/1 because they have to attack this turn. You could Wolfpack Leader too, because the 2/2 and the 1/1 have to attack. So, which means the Sentinel's going to go in front of the 1/1. The 5/5 is going to go in front of the 2/2. Both going to trade. Then you could stomp there.
Oh, and he's getting his lands now.
And now he's getting the lands, and now they have enough. They can Archon's War the 3/3.
But do they want to?
You'll be attacking for 6, 7, 8.
I like this
Thank
play.
you, Mega. And then you get a treasure token from.
Mm-hmm.
You take the 3/3.
Holy smokes, is this game turned around, eh?
Yes, this game turned 180 degrees so quickly.
Alter Ego was definitely behind the 8 ball in the early turns of this game, and he's just been able. Well, part of it too is that the mono green side, Seamus has not drawn any lands or any effective spells to help rebalance out the board
And
state.
that's going to be game because now they can rake cap melee. Yes, they lose a land, but
Oh yeah, for sure.
that's game.
Yeah, that it was a good game though. It was a really good game.
But to play it out,
That's good though. They should play it out. I would even
Yeah.
play the Bone Crusher. Oh, he's not even
I-
doing
I
that.
would-
He's just attacking.
you want to make sure you have all the attacks in because you could miss an attack,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. Jund Adventures takes it down 2-1 versus Mono Green.
Round 5. Woo. Good for them though. That was a well fought round.
Yes.
So on both sides, I think that was very well played.
Ivan go draw in the waiting room.